Troy, good morning. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you, Steve?
I'm great. So, Steve Weaver and Troy Jacobson, Three Pillars, coming to you. You've probably seen our podcast before. If you haven't, wow, you've got some catching up to do and some good stuff to discover. So, Troy, you're up there in Northwest Tucson.
Yeah, Northwest, not far from Phoenix, as you like to say, because I know you're in the Vale area, which is a little bit further away. But yeah, I like it up here. Just it's only 107 today, so it's nice and cool, kind of balmy.
You know,
Good stuff. Good stuff.
ours is about the same as unlike we like to say, we're almost to the wine country.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
just
well, that is,
short period.
and that's a beautiful area there with all the vineyards, and it's a little bit cooler, right? Because it's down there, it's at altitude, so a little bit cooler. But yeah, it's hot here in this area, and we just have to get used to it. At least it's a dry heat.
It's a dry heat. It is no problem, and the winters are beyond fabulous. So in the evenings, because it cools down. I mean, we were sitting out last night. It's nice. So we're talking here today to talk about mastermind groups and what they are. And you've been a Vistage chair for a long period of time. You've also been involved in mastermind groups. Tell us a little bit about what they are. What is this thing?
Yeah. So mastermind groups are just amazing. I think anybody who's never been part of one is really missing out, because really what it is, it's a great opportunity or great resource that people can leverage to grow in any way they want. And it sort of lives on top of the premise of iron sharpens iron. And when you surround yourself with other really high performing, effective people, you're bound to take on those traits and characteristics and learn new things. And that's what a mastermind group is: getting a lot of really smart, high performing people who want to grow in a room together. And these meetings are facilitated by a coach and an expert in a field. And there's just a lot of meaningful conversations and learning and development that happens. And relationships are built. People have a good time. There's accountability. I mean, there's so many things that happen when these groups are well run. So yeah, I just love mastermind groups. I think they are the ultimate personal and professional development vehicle for anybody who wants to take it up a notch.
And if you think about it, as a leader, we're all limited by our self and our capacity, our effectiveness. And so as you increase the personal effectiveness, both as a human being and the skill base to lead and manage a company, our organizations get better, our customers benefit. So this is kind of the ultimate payoff in a way.
Yep, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone should be part of one.
So, I'd like to scroll down and, this is our website, threepillarmastermind.com. And anybody who wants to know more, you can come take a look, sign up for a free trial, etc. But there's sort of three pillars here that are part of the mastermind, just like the three pillars that are part of any business. And growth mindset, financial performance, and then really getting a benefit of increased effectiveness to enjoy your life.
Yeah, I mean, these are just three of the benefits that are, I think, really important that most attendees, members of a group like this find they receive. I mean, there's certainly many more, but let's go with the first one, right? The growth mindset. That we challenge and push you to grow. It's not just about us. It's not just about we as facilitators. It's about the rest of the group. And if we're doing a good job as facilitators, we'll get everybody on this path of challenging each other and pushing each other to grow. The next one is boosting profitability. I mean, people join a group like this from a business context, at least, in order to learn how to be more effective business owners and hopefully boost their profitability so they can have a bigger impact on their own financial future, on the financial futures of their employees, and even on the community, their community as a whole. So that's a big part of it. So we dive into strategy and tactics and different things like that. It's going to help you scale and increase your profitability. And then finally, free up your time to enjoy your life, like the time management productivity piece. That's really important as well, because what we want to do is to shift their mindset shift, basically from working in the business all the time to working on the business, and helping business owners use this vehicle, which is their business, to accomplish their long-term objectives in life. And for some people, that is to work in the business all the time because they love what they do and they're just so engaged in it. It's how they identify themselves. But for other people, they want their business to basically generate freedom and opportunity for them. And that's part of what we do in the 3 Pillars Mastermind, is create that situation where they learn how to basically leverage their business to become a vehicle so that they can do what they want when they want.
Very powerful. Now, I'm going to scroll down just a bit more because, there's some interesting opportunities. As we talked a little bit before, we both live at opposite ends of the universe in southern Arizona. And so there's a group in sort of Northwest Tucson. There's a group in Vail. Membership requirements are here, easy to see. But there's also this virtual group, which is really modeled after some of the most cutting edge things happening today. Talk a little bit about what that is and how that differs, maybe compare and contrast to the in-person group.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we're all used to getting online nowadays. We've had lots of Zoom meetings with our other CEO groups, our Vistage CEO groups as well in the past. So the virtual group concept really opens this up, this idea, this mastermind idea up to everybody. And it makes it convenient, it makes it relevant, it makes it such that there's really no excuse for anybody not to engage in this kind of program and level themselves up. And with the 3 Pillars virtual program, what we're going to do is we're going to create an opportunity for entrepreneurs, and we'll talk a little bit about qualifications for this group, but for entrepreneurs and small business owners to engage in the kind of learning and development that we'll be pursuing with the mastermind from wherever they are, and in a way that it will inspire and motivate them to really push through and to scale their business. Because as you know, you've owned your businesses, I've owned my businesses as well. When you're an entrepreneur and working a lot on your own, sometimes things can get frustrating. And I wish back in the day when I was building my businesses that I wish I had a group like this. I could log on, get support and feedback, learn new things on a regular basis. And one of the things that will make this virtual group so unique is we're going to meet twice a week. So if you're a member, you have 2 opportunities a week to meet with everybody on your team and talk about things that are going on in your business. And sometimes you'll need some encouragement. So that opportunity to log on and get that encouragement and support will go a long way in keeping you focused and motivated to take it to the next level. So basically, the virtual group will be twice a week. There'll be hour meetings, sometimes 1.5 to 2 hour meetings, depending. And we're going to do learning and development, talk about issues and opportunities, and basically share with each other what we're doing, and then get feedback from one another of how we can do better, how we can improve. And again, let's be clear. This type of program, this program with the 3 Pillars Mastermind, is for entrepreneurs and small business owners. We have another level, and we can talk about this in a little bit, for more established business owners, and that's Vistage. But for the really small business owner who's running a small business, wants to scale, and for those entrepreneurs who are brand new, just learning how to become business owners, essentially, this is the ideal vehicle for them.
Yeah, and if you look at the membership requirements, the 3 offerings here are available for businesses that are under 750,000 in revenue. So they tend to be, by the way, my French Bulldog fans are in the background. So, but if you're bigger than that, if I'm a $5 million business, you're not left out. There's just something else for you that we can talk about.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, one thing I want to mention is, your background, and I can talk a little bit about mine. When we're in a virtual group and you say, gosh, you're going to have an opportunity to talk about 10 things a month, which is a lot. It's almost more than what a Vistage member would get. This is almost virtual training in some ways. It's live training. It's, human development. It's, I've been involved in came up through sales and marketing and then digital, and whether it's revenue technology, systems and strategy, CRM usage, pipeline and what elements should be digital, what elements shouldn't be, sales analytics, personality profiling. And there's a lot that we do from my perspective, plus all the things that you do. And I know, you have a strategy practice. Talk a little bit about what else these might sort of offer.
Well, so the virtual group is, I think you hit it on the nose. What we're doing is we're developing a community of entrepreneurs that want to meet on a very regular basis for accountability and to really be motivated and inspired by others to push their business forward. In other words, you don't get left behind. That's the idea. You join the virtual group, questions that you'll have access to not only other really smart people that are members of the group, but we'll be facilitating, and we have an opportunity to give our experience. And, you mentioned a lot of yours and decades worth of business experience and mine as well. And we can really help people, mentor people in moving in the right direction and making the right decisions for their business so that they can scale. And I think that's the frequency that we'll meet and the kind of relationships we'll build and the kind of accountability we'll drive. Oh, it's going to be just an amazing thing for anybody who joins that virtual group. And then our in-person groups, we mentioned the one up here in Northwest Tucson at the Post Workspaces and the one down there in Vail at the Vail Chamber. Those will be in-person meetings, which I find tremendous value, once a month, meeting for 3 hours, going over a lot of these things that we've already talked about. But those members will also have access to the virtual group meetings if they want to check in, or if they want to leverage the virtual group meetings as an additional factor in driving their business to their in-person meetings. So I think that 1-2 combination is powerful.
And let's face it, it's tougher right now than it's ever been. The next 5 years are going to be quite a gauntlet for business owners to run. And the more help you have around you, the better off you are.
Right. And you want affordability, right? There are programs out there that cost, in my opinion, way too much. We're about helping everybody level up. That's why we offer such an affordable service, and our ROI, the return on investment that joining our groups, it's tremendous. And people can go out there and compare and contrast pricing, but we wanted to create a program that's really affordable for the entrepreneur, that they can dive in, fully engage, learn everything, make their business execute, make their business grow, without diving too deep into their pocketbook and maybe not getting the ROI. We want our clients to really succeed in this way.
Yeah, and to your point on cost, whether it be strategy work through 3 pillars, which if you look at other strategy firms charging 8 to 10 times as much for, frankly, things that aren't any better, we're probably a little better than they are. Bringing value during a time when it's, costs are escalating, et cetera, is really critical. And so, I love the fact you're dedicated to that. So if somebody wants to get involved, we've got, you've got the website 3pillarsmastermind.com. go there, click one of these. Watch our YouTube videos. We both have some. We have some together. You can figure us out if that's a match. Great, act on it. Any other advice, Troy, to someone who's watching this and maybe kicking the tires?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the advice is to just engage. It's if you have questions, let us know. Let's set up a one-to-one. It's a relationship business we're in, and we want to make sure that all of our clients, all our members, get value from anything that we offer. And again, that's one of our key core values is trying to basically have an impact on more people. And that's why we price our service levels at an area that's very affordable and almost guarantees an ROI. So yeah, reach out to us, engage, learn more about what this is, all this is. We offer a free trial, so you can just try it and see if you like it. If it's not for you, it's not for you, and that's okay. Go on and do something else. But I think, from my experience, when people do engage in this type of program and they see the value it can bring, it's fun, it's exciting, there's other people, you build relationships. I mean, it's just really, really cool stuff. So yeah, reach out. Let's have a conversation.
Awesome. Well, appreciate the time today. It's a good day to do a video like this, given it's as warm as it is outside. So anybody who's interested, again, 3pillarsmastermind.com. You've got options here. Good luck with what you decide. Troy, thank you.
Steve, have a good one.
All right.